Let me tell you something that might get a few people upset. I absolutely hate the L.O.C method because for my low porosity hair, it just never really made sense. It's like trying to pour water into a sealed bottle. It kind of just sits there. If you've ever dealt with the feeling that your hair is simultaneously really dry but also really greasy, then you're probably dealing with the same problem I had. So we're going to be going through why the L.O.C method might be sabotaging your hair routine and how it did mine. So first, what even is L.O.C? It is the layering of your products. It's liquid or leave-in, oil, and then cream. What it's supposed to do is lock in the moisture of your products, but I notice a lot of people don't really feel that way about the layering method. The issue with low porosity hair for this method is that low porosity hair is basically really tightly closed hair cuticles. So low porosity hair is very resistant to moisture and absorption. Applying oil before cream can seal the cuticle even further, preventing the cream from penetrating at all. So the result is your hair feels greasy on the surface, but is extremely dry underneath. Back in 2015, 2016, when I was first doing my natural hair journey and doing the big chop and all that, I tried the L.O.C method because it was really popular. Plus it sounded really good too, like lock instead of LCO. You know, like the switch off between the terms, it's like which one sounded better, that's the one I was going with. So initially my hair did feel like moisturized. Like I thought it was moisturized because it felt very slick, but like I said before, my hair became super duper greasy and super duper dry. I had no idea about oil sealing in stuff because I was like, what, 15 at the time? I wasn't thinking about that. So the oil was sealing in the watery leave-in that I used, but the cream on top of the oil just made my hair like it just wasn't good. So when people would touch my hair, they'd have a bunch of stuff all over their hand, but it also felt like hay at the same time. It led to very severe product buildup for me at the time because I didn't believe in shampooing that often either. Product buildup in low porosity hair, when you do something like this, it can cause your hair to be extremely undefined. I notice a lot of people who think that they have 4C hair actually don't have 4C hair. They just have extremely dehydrated type 4 hair. Plus, I don't even like the fact that people think 4C hair doesn't have a curl to it. It really does. Just all the misinformation, it's really hard for people to get their hair to be defined. And a lot of people like the undefined look like me. But if you're dealing with having zero curl definition and really greasy and dry hair, you probably desperately need to clarify your hair and start over again. What I did at the time was I clarified my hair. I did 2 scrubs with a clarifying shampoo. I put a deep conditioner in my hair, a moisturizing deep conditioner, not a protein deep conditioner, especially with my low porosity hair. You can afford to do a protein deep conditioner when you have high porosity hair, but when you have low porosity hair, leave it alone. Please leave it alone unless you have damage. But I did a moisture deep conditioner on my low porosity hair with heat or a steamer, and then I applied a watery leave-in conditioner, like the As I Am leave-in conditioner, the original, and then I applied a light oil like jojoba oil or argan oil. You can add a cream before the oil, but I noticed that my low porosity hair didn't like too much product on it. It really liked the light stuff, so that's why I only recommend a leave-in, but you can try both. Which is why I highly recommend the LCO method, which I believe is the best method for all hair types. High porosity hair can definitely get away with the L.O.C method more. So what LCO is, as you can probably guess, is liquid/leave-in, cream, then oil, which I believe is the right way to do things. But if you have very, very dry, high porosity hair, then you could definitely afford to do the L.O.C method. With high porosity hair, it can afford to have some of those thicker creams on top of it, even if an oil is in between. But I still believe that you have to be using a pretty thick leave-in conditioner before you add on that oil. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have any leave-in conditioners that are super thick in my opinion. So I like to use moisturizing curl creams, which is kind of the same thing. But I love those because those actually keep my high porosity hair moisturized for days, especially adding a thick oil on top, like an oil like castor oil basically. It's very helpful and it really does keep my hair moisturized, but I do notice with my high porosity hair, I definitely have to moisturize more often than I have to with my low porosity hair. So hair care isn't a one size fits all. In my humble opinion, understanding your hair's porosity is very crucial to knowing what your hair needs. If you've been struggling with the L.O.C method, it's probably time to switch it up. Try the LCO method and observe the difference. But if you don't want to figure that out for yourself, I can help you figure out your perfect hair routine, including what products to use, what you should be doing daily, weekly, and monthly, and hair growth tips. This is all based on your hair type, so your porosity, density, thickness, curl pattern, even what your current goals are. Once you become a paid subscriber on my Substack, you get sent a Google form where you fill out all of your hair details, tell me as much as you want to tell me, and then within 3 to 7 days you will receive your customized hair routine. And as long as you stay a subscriber, you get access to talk to me in chat chat and priority in chat when you do text me. I also have a joint Discord, which is a free option to chat with me about any of your hair concerns. Over there, we support each other with hair growth tips, length retention, and just building an overall community. All the links are down below. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And you can follow all of my socials at BigHeadJustice. But yeah, that's it.